Hey, welcome to the Weekly Wave. Let's talk about fear. Not the kind that jumps out from behind the door or makes your heart race during a scary movie. I mean the real kind of fear. The fear that whispers, "What if I fail?" The fear that shows up right before you're about to try something truly new. The fear that exists not because you're in danger, but because you're standing on the edge of change. That kind of fear is sacred. It's the signal that you're standing in front of something meaningful. So there's fear and meaning. They're two sides of the same coin. If something doesn't matter to us, we don't fear losing it. So when we feel fear about doing something, like shaking it up, starting over, leaving something familiar, it's often because that thing holds meaning in our lives. Fear isn't the enemy. It's not a sign to retreat. It's often the invitation to step into the next version of yourself. And I know this might sound kind of corny and poetic, but I mean it practically. Every time we make a decision that stretches us, either it's personally or professionally or emotionally, we confront some form of fear. And yet, those are always the moments we later look back on and say, that changed me. We don't grow in comfort. Comfort zones are beautiful. They're warm, they're familiar and predictable. But they're also where potential quietly goes to sleep. The truth is, you will not find your fullest self in a place where you're never challenged. You'll not discover your strength by only doing what you've already mastered in life. And you will never know what you're capable of if fear makes all your decisions for you. It's scary to let go of what's known. But ask yourself, what if the risk isn't trying something new? What if the real risk is just simply staying the same? So you got to do it while you're scared. Here's something I've learned. You don't have to wait to feel fearless to move forward. You just have to learn how to act while you're afraid. Bravery isn't a feeling. It's a choice. It's saying, I'm scared, but I'm gonna try it anyway. And when you choose to do things while you're afraid, you begin building something even more powerful than just confidence. You build self-trust. Confidence comes and goes, but self-trust is completely different. It's the internal knowing that no matter what happens, you'll figure it out. And you'll survive. You'll learn. You'll adapt, and you'll grow. There's no shortcut to becoming brave, though. Doing things that scare you is not a performance. It's not some grand theatrical play. It's not about jumping out of planes or quitting your job dramatically or just chasing adrenaline. Most of the time, the things that truly scare us are quiet, a lot more personal, and deeply vulnerable. Such as saying no for the first time in a relationship that's slowly draining you. Or admitting you want more out of life than what you've been allowing yourself to ask for. It involves walking away from something that once felt like everything, but no longer feels like you, and starting from scratch when you're not sure anyone will truly understand. These moments don't come with thunderous applause. They come with silence. They come with late nights of self-doubt and a heart that wonders, am I doing the right thing? But that's what real bravery actually looks like. It's unglamorous, it's gritty, and it's uncertain. But it's also really freeing. And once you cross that line, once you step towards the thing that scared you in the first place, you will never be the same again. You gotta learn that transformation only comes through it. Fear can't be outthought. It has to be outlived. You can read all the quotes, watch all the motivational videos, and talk to 100 people about it, but eventually, you have to walk through it yourself. And when you do, something major shifts. You realize you didn't need to be more ready. You didn't need to be any more perfect. You just needed to move with care, with presence, and with heart. Because that's where transformation lives. It lives on the other side of fear. We often ask, what if it doesn't work out? But rarely do we stop and ask, what if it does? What if the risk opens a door you couldn't have imagined in the first place? What if the heartbreak was necessary to make room for something a little more aligned with your values? What if trying the thing you're afraid of is the exact moment your story just begins to change? Yes, fear will still show up. It always does when something's just worth doing. But so will courage, so will strength, and so will clarity. And with time, you'll learn the most powerful version of you isn't the one who just straight up avoids fear. It's the one who walks hand in hand with it into the unknown, knowing full well that growth is worth the discomfort. So, this is my quote-unquote gentle reminder. Don't run from the things that scare you. Sit with them. Understand them. Then move. Softly, yet intentionally. Even if your voice shakes. Do it with your whole heart. Do it for your future self. Do it for your family. Do it because fear should never be what defines your limits. Let courage, not comfort, be what guides your decisions. If you're feeling afraid right now, that's okay. It means you're still alive to possibility. It means your story isn't truly over. It means you still believe that there's more ahead of you. And you're right. So take one small step. Just one. Not because it's easy. Not because you're sure of it. But because the version of you on the other side of fear deserves, and truly deserves, to be met and given a fair shot. Thank you so much for listening.